All right, how's everyone going? Happy Monday. Had a weekend of shooting as usual. I shot a match Saturday at Lincoln. It was a rough day. Ran into walls, got my jersey snagged, almost had a FTSA. The FTSA was coming into the last position on bay 5, I think. And I was supposed to shoot IPSC target on the right and then advance up because as you moved up, that became a lot. You lost visibility of the target. It was a swinging plate steel, so I saw that and I shot that first, and that just I moved up on it, and then by the time I figured out, I forgot that target. 5 seconds had passed, and I had one in the chamber, and I sent it. Shot Sunday at Richmond was a great match. It was really fun. Shot PM, so that worked out great. I was able to go to the gym, drink my coffee, just chill on the morning before I got there. Got there early enough to walk stages. I even had time to go to church if I wanted to, but I didn't want to rush it because church starts at 9:30, gets out at 11. It's cutting it a little close, but it was nice. It was nice. Shot mediocre. The last stage of the video, I really messed up. There was a steel and then a double stack with a no shoot in between it. I sent one over the top for a mic on the top target, and in my mind it's like, oh, I'll make it up from a different position. Well, when I got to the different position, I'm looking for it, and you can't make it up. So I forgot my stage plan, and it's apparent in the video. But a lot of things went well at Richmond, and I had a really good time, which is important. So there's that. I'll be doing my transition dry fire tomorrow. We'll get some live fire in. Just had a new shipment of ammo, black dot ammo, come in. So I'm all stocked up, and we'll be doing a class this Saturday. Performance shooting concepts with Zach and Owang at Richmond. I'm really excited for that class, and I think I'm going to do the group coaching sessions. I got 3 of those, so I need to work on long distance swingers and a bunch of other stuff that I'm hoping they can help clean up for me. So I'm excited to go and learn there, and then Sunday I'll be shooting at Soap. And then this month we have Golden Bullet. And then next month we have Cascade. It's busy. June's a busy month. We have Cascade, and then 2 weeks later we have Area 1. So I'm hoping to get dialed in, and whatever's going on with me, the inconsistency, I get that all sorted out. I want to have a match like Escape to Alcatraz, but without the penalties. So speaking of Escape to Alcatraz, I wasn't going to break it down, and then I was going to break down 5 stages of 5 stages. I managed to get all 10 stages broken down. It's not too in-depth. It's just a quick overview. It's about a 40-minute long video. This is going to be the intro to it, but I'm going to, in this story, I'm going to post a link to YouTube if you want to see it there, but it's too long to put it on Instagram. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope everyone has a great week. And we'll see you guys out there on the range. Keep practicing. If you have questions, hit me up. Again, I appreciate all the support and all the love I get from everyone. It is noticed and it is appreciated by me. I love giving back if I can. And I do that with my students and anyone else that wants to ask me questions. I'll just answer them. So I hope you guys have a great week, and we'll catch up with you later. All right, so I wasn't going to break this down, but I am. This is Escape from Alcatraz. I finished 29th out of 145 in limited optics. This is stage 5. No one is believed to have made it to shore alive. And I shot this in 22.47 seconds with 24 alphas, 7 charlies, and 1 delta. And it was 16th on the stage for limited optics. So originally, let me see here. Originally, I was going to start at this target here, but if you can see where my gun is, if I back up against the railing here, I can't get and I face this way, I can't, and I face this way, I can't get a good grab on my gun. So I decide to start on the long steel the paper, and then transition over to the steel. I have one makeup on that. And then I almost forget at the end of the boat that there's another target over here. So let's go ahead and watch this. And this is half speed.
Stand by.
One for one on steel. I have a quick makeup on this one. Almost forget that there's a target and pick up. That's where I pick up my delta. The rest of this goes pretty smooth. My reload's a little choppy here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps before I get the gun in, the mags in the gun. This looks all really good. I decide that we're gonna come all the way over here, engage this, and then we're gonna take this target here, and I think there's 2 more targets here. We're gonna have the gun up. We're gonna take this target, and as we're moving this way, we're gonna swing back and get this one, and then swing the gun over for an open target, a no shoot, and there's a target right here that will be my last one. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So this is all really good. My gun's up. I'm picking spots on the target. And we will watch the head cam at full speed. This video is already up, so it's on Instagram and YouTube if you want to go check out the full video with no talking.
Let's go. Stand by.
All right, here we go. One mic there, Alpha Delta here, as the boat's moving. Have the gun up the whole time. Reload takes a little long. Gun up, the gun's up. So I was really happy with this stage.
Are you ready?
And I was the second one to shoot, so it was a pretty good stage. This stage here was a really good stage for me, except for the 2 mics I had on the swinger. When we get to the head cam, I'll show you what happens. I decide that we're gonna take the steel plate there, and I mic the first one, and then the activator, and then I'm gonna shoot my way across to the corner. I mic on the first steel, and then I ting the steel pretty good. And this is stage 6, flush the evidence, and it was done in 21.14 seconds. I finished 49th on this stage with 20 Alpha, 3 Charlie, 2 Delta, and the 2 mics on the swinger. It could have been a really good run for me, but I'm having issues calling my shots on swingers that are like out to 15 or 18 yards. So let's go ahead and watch this. We will watch this half speed. Here we go. Quick makeup on steel, was really happy with that. Shoot moving across. Mic on the first steel, but make it up. Here we go for the 2 mics. Come over to the side so I can, we work this side so we can shoot that target, this target, and then this target through the port. And then we'll shoot the 2 steel through this port over here, and then the paper, and then work our way to the corner. So let's take a look and see how that looks. And the swinger's in perfect position for me as I work my way to the corner over here. So this was one of 2 ways that people shot it. So let's go ahead and we'll watch this in slow motion also, because this way I can stop it at the swinger. shooting while I'm moving across this way. One mic on steel. Okay, now we're going to slow it way down. And I don't know how to zoom this in on this computer, so hold on 1 second. Well, I can zoom in on my phone. I can't zoom in on the computer, but we'll take a look. We'll take a look right here, and let's watch what happens. And I'll slow this down to 1/8 speed. And you can see I'll shoot above the swinger and then below the swinger. So let's take a look at this. So I just miss it, and then it comes around again, and I'm late. So that was really disappointing for me because this match, we'll get this back. This match, I felt like my movement was good. My stage plans were good. The execution of the stage plans, my ability to engage steel was really good. This match came down to who made the least amount of mistakes. And I had 7 mics and 15 deltas, and the mics are what really killed me. So let's go ahead and watch this full speed again. So this is all money here. I'm really happy with the way I shot this. So that was really good. So the next stage is right in the yard. It's the 1 per. And let's get up to there and we'll stop. All right. So this was shot in 28.56 seconds. 26 for LO. I had 20 Alpha, 7 Charlie with a hit factor of 4.2367. And this is Dale's stage plan. We decided to start on this side and just stand and alpha pluck these targets here. There's a double stack behind me right there, and then step out and then engage that target there, and then move over to the left, and there's a steel and a double stack probably about 20 yards out. So let's slow this down a little bit, half speed, and let's see what this looks like. And I'm just trying to stay in the game after shooting those 2 mics. So I don't want to pick up any mics. So I'm probably like 3 to 4 seconds slower than everyone else. 1 for 1 on the steel. Shoot 1 over the top of the double stack. Make it up. I saw someone get a foot fault there. So I made sure that I had my foot in before I started shooting. Come around the barrel, the reload's already done, and then up the stairs, and we work this way. Then we go down and work across, and then back the other way. And then the last target, I had 3 makeups. I only needed 2 makeups. So let's watch this in full speed.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Again, I'm just trying to not lose points on this because I lost so many points on the last stage. A little over confirmation here on the steel. 1 over the top, so I make it up. This is all good. Little on the conservative side. So I took that array, let's back that up. I took that array a little wrong here. I got excited and just shot the first target I see. So we'll slow this down and I'll show you what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to take this target, and then shoot down while moving this way, and then back up to this one, and this one. I don't think that really cost me too much, even though engaging this target first, I couldn't move because this disappears. But we'll go back to watching that. That's all I really have to comment on that. So we'll keep watching this. Then the third shot I didn't need.
Load show clear. Hammer down.
Again, very conservative. So this stage here, this is Escape from Alcatraz. I shot this in 26.26 seconds. And I had 18 alphas, 6 Charlies, 2 deltas. And the thing I'm not happy about this is once I broke my grip for the reload, I forgot to reload after I engaged the first 2 targets, and I did the reload towards the end. And then if you look at one of the targets I'm moving on, I don't even have a full grip on it. I pick up a delta there. And then the steel through the car, I'm a little conservative on it. I should be tinging that a little bit faster. So let's go ahead and watch this. Oh, the other thing is I misjudge where the plate is when I push my gun through the door. I think it's more at an angle this way, so you see me adjust my gun over that way. And that's something I should have took more note of during my walkthrough. And I was there all day Thursday, so I had plenty of time to walk through. So that was on me. So we'll slow this down a little bit here so I can keep up with it. So that's good. A little over confirmation on the steel, but I went 1 for 1 on it. So this is good here. I'm supposed to reload right after this, but I get excited and I start shooting. And the reload here, I'm rushed for it. I'm running. I don't have a full grip there. And then I'm misjudge the distance and have to take a little half step. It takes me ever to engage the steel, and then I get the steel swinger on the second shot. We'll do some more commentary on the, you can see more on the head cam. This was a fun stage though. This was a really fun stage. So let's go ahead and watch the head cam on this. And I'm shaking my head because I know I took too long on the steel there. So here's where you'll notice where I misjudge where I need to place my gun. And that's why it's probably better to open that hatch first before you poke your gun through so you can see what's going on. Little over confirmation here and a little delayed reaction. I start shooting right away. Should have done my reload right now. Well, I see targets, so I keep shooting. I know I've got to reload. This one I pick up a delta right there. No, I picked up 2 alpha on that. This one I pick up a delta. My grip's not even made. And I pick a delta up there. Here I misjudge the distance. And it just takes me forever to I'm just over confirming, right? I'm like, and my deal is I'm only going to shoot at it 2 times, so let me see what the next stage is after this. We'll go back to full speed. Okay, so this stage is, let me see, hold on. Oops, let me back this up. All right, this is, don't drop the soap. And I shot this very quick in 20.24 seconds. I had 19 alpha, 7 Charlie, 3 Delta, 2 Mike. And the Mike, I know where the mics were. I didn't see them when it was happening, but after the fact I saw it. So the shower curtain here, this shower curtain, for a lot of people, the wind blew it out of the way. It wasn't doing that for me. So originally, I was hoping the wind was going to blow it up so I could make my grip right away. So what happened is as I come out of this position, I have to grab my gun with one hand and take my support hand and push the curtain out of the way. When I make my grip on this target here, the first shot I send over the upper left-hand corner, and I should have took 3 shots at it. My second mic was when I started charging this way. I pick up alpha, and then as I'm dragging the gun this way, I send one right over the side here. So, but the movement and everything was good. The mics, again, just killed me on this. Let's go ahead and watch this. We'll watch it full speed. And we'll slow it down when we get to the head cam. There's my other mic. And the crab walk looks weird, but it's effective. But yeah, I was really happy with that time. I just let's pause this, and I will show you in. We'll do 1/4 so you can see what's going on. And as you can see, the curtain's blowing, and I'm hoping that there's enough of an opening, but I think it closes right before he gets the buzzer on me. A lot of people, the curtain was blowing out, and it wasn't in their way. I saw one person shoot through it, and their gun got caught in it. So that was another thing I didn't want to happen. I didn't want my gun to get caught in it. I didn't want to flag myself. So let's watch this. So the curtain closes on me right now. And it's like, oh, there it goes. And so now I know I've got to put my hand out and I've got to change my grip. So now watch. To the left. And then this is all good. I just go around the clock at a very rapid pace. Here is where I throw my second mic. Let's see it. You can see it again sweeping off. And this is something I'm working on. I track the swinger. That looks good there. The reload's pretty good. I start moving very rapidly through here. Very happy with this part. I hustle over here and shoot once I get in a position to shoot into the final position. So I start shooting here, shooting into the final position. Go for the steal. And then the swinger presents itself perfect. So, let's pause that. So this was, I took it all with great stride. I wasn't bummed out, but after I picked up the 2 mics on the first swinger, I knew that it's like I had to shoot aggressive because the penalties were hurting me, and going conservatives, you're not going to win. You're not going to win anything going conservative. And obviously we're all here to try to win. So the next stage is stay out of solitary. And this is a great stage. We'll get over there. So let me break this down for you. So a lot of us shot this, but there's a sort of like a Claymore release thing. It's like once you release your pressure, it activates this double swinger. And if you make your grip and you get out here, this has a pretty good presentation on it. But as it gets farther down this way, it starts swinging, it starts racking back and forth a little bit more violently. So I pick up a Charlie Delta and a Delta mic on that. So terrible shot calling, rushing the shots, and you can see all my hits. Like I'm trying to stay away from the hardcover on this one here. I'm trying to stay away from the hardcover, so I'm trying to lead it on the outside, but I lead it a little bit too much on the outside, right? So let's go ahead and watch this here. Half speed. This is all good here. This is good. I pick up my first mic on, oops, let me change that. I pick up my first mic here on the hardcover, and I'll show you on the head cam. I didn't even see it or call it. But this stage pretty much really started to affect me once I started picking up the mics on it. Movement's great, hustle's great. I pick up my second mic on this one here, on the monkey swinger, and I think I call it good, but I don't. You know, here's the thing about monkey swingers, and this is ingenious of them. If you just set up one of the weights and you leave the other weight down, you can't predict what this swinger is going to do. You can't predict the motion on it, right? If they set up the activator stick under both weights at the same time, and you heard it here, the monkey's very predictable. Usually they use hardcover. The monkey will come out the first time like a normal swinger, and then once it returns back behind the hardcover, you don't know what's going to do. So when you shoot a monkey, wherever the activator is, what you want to do is you want to time it so you catch the monkey on the dwell right there. But this is ingenious. They do this a lot in IDPK. They set up the weight under one so you can't predict what it does. So let's keep watching this. We'll go to the head cam. And we'll just do this half speed.
Are you ready? Stand by.
So you can see I'm shooting right on the outside. And I call good shots on the full face target, but here's my other mic. Over the top. Movement execution was good. This is all good. Ting. I just missed both of them. So I just missed the second shot on that, and I thought I called a good shot on that. So the next stage is Welcome to the Rock, and this was a decent stage for me. This stage I finished 94th on at 45%. The next stage I finished 19th on it, and it's Bay 8. It's Welcome to the Rock, and I finished in 22.73 seconds. I had a good run on this as far as execution. A little bit too many Charlies. I had 18 alpha, 11 Charlies, and 1 delta for a hit factor of 5.4. And we thought we weren't going to take lunch because we were supposed to take lunch on this bay based on the calendar, but they ended up taking a break on the other one. I didn't eat lunch. I snacked just all day like I usually do. So we got to walk the stage quite a bit. So let's go ahead and watch that. So here, we'll make this half speed. There was two of the viable plans was either let me get rid of that. Was either come this way first or come this way first and then work this way. I decided to come this way first and then come this way and then work in and finish up here where everyone else ended up finishing over here. Dale ended up taking Nathan Barnes' plan, and he had a stage win, I think, on this at 19 seconds. So it was pretty impressive. So let's go ahead and watch this. And the far target, I get 2 alpha on right next to each other, snake eyes. Here you have to keep the gun down range. You have to turn your hips before you bring it up. I stay back a little bit so I can see the other target. Activate the steel, do my reload. It's pretty good. There's the activator for the bobber. I was actually really happy with how this worked out for me as far as the target engagement and my movement on it and my footwork. So the hits needed to be cleaned up a little bit. 11 Charlies is definitely too many. So we'll stay on this speed for the head cam. And we just work around the clock, counterclockwise on this one. We shoot targets as we see them in a counterclockwise fashion. This is about 40 yards. I get 2 alpha on it. Take my time. Make sure the gun's up range. I don't go too deep on it because you can see the other target a lot quicker versus going deep. I do my reload, engage the activator here, and start working around the clock clockwise. It works out very good. Make slight movement. And then I shoot my way into the final position. So that was a decent stage run for me. The next stage run is Dig Your Way Out. That was a good run for me too. Let's get to that stage. That was one of my better runs. Okay, so this one was a fun one too. So this one I shot in 24.44 seconds. I had 21 alpha. 6 Charlie and 2 Delta. I got 1 Delta on the swinger and 1 Delta on the far target over here. I pulled off on it. So I also had I had a makeup here. I saw it out of my peripheral. I only saw 1 hole there, so I don't know. Originally, like I was going to start on the paper and work towards the steel, and then work this way versus transitioning the opposite way. Like I like to go this way and then finish. Hold on, let me clear this. I like to start this way and finish here so my hips are facing the direction I need to go. I had asked Dale why everyone was starting on the close target, and he's like, to make sure you have a good grip, a good index for the steel. So I ended up switching up based on that. So it worked out pretty good for me though. So let's watch this. We'll watch this half speed. And then the variation is where you took the swinger at. So a lot of people took the swinger from here and it was about 20 yards, but based on my history of taking swingers at a longer distance, I don't like to just spray and pray. I like to try to call my shots, and my timing's off. So I decided to get up to the front here and then take the swinger and just get through the tunnel as quick as I could. I shoot the head box. I pick up 3 Alpha 1 Charlie. I shoot the steel coming out of the tunnel, slowing down a little bit. I do the reload. I pick up a Charlie Delta on the swinger. I hustle through the port. I crash, take the steel, sidestep. Should have rolled through that a little bit quicker, but all in all, I'm very happy with this. And then the swinger presents itself perfectly for me. So we'll keep this on half speed, and we will watch the head cam, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I end up making up a shot there and picking up a Delta there. And again, I decide to change my plan and start close just based on making sure I have a good grip. I see it though, so I make it up, so no harms, no foul. Here I go for headshots, 2 alpha, Alpha Charlie. I'm happy with that. 2 alpha on that. Reload happens. Had to wait a little bit. Charlie Delta. Get the gun up. Crash. Stay in position for a little bit too long there. Guns up through the port, and I just work around the clock. And then the swinger presents itself perfect. So those were all the big stage points, and now what we're left with is some speed shoots, and there's not much I can do to make up points, but I figure like the speed shoot, if I lock that in, that'll be fine, and I'll just try to get as many points as I can on the other 2 stages. So let's go back to full speed. We're at 32 minutes. I'm sorry, guys.
Range is clear.
I was going to do this in 2 seconds, so let me stop this here. So I got to all the targets, and I had a score of 76, but I forgot that fixed time is Virginia count. So on the drop turner, for some reason, I make up an extra shot because I see a delta, right? Instead of just letting it be. And I have plenty of time. And that dropped me down to 52. And that dropped me like three spots. It dropped me 3 spots for sure. And what I'm trying to do is I'm not trying to shoot conservative. I'm trying to go for it because I'm trying to, even though I'm not going to finish where I want to finish, I'm trying to place as high as possible because that is important to me. I don't do all this training and all this dry fire and live fire just to not try to place well, right? I'm always trying to win, always trying to do my best. I'm not playing it conservative. So let's go ahead and watch this. We'll watch this at half speed. Let me back this up here, 497. Okay, here we go. So I get 2 alpha on the tiny target, 2 alpha on this. I get 2 alpha on the bottom target and 2 Charlie on the top. Shoot this pretty fast. I'm not really sure what the hits are here. I see a delta, so I make it up. And then I get 2 Charlie on the low target. So could have been someone. And you can hear the people is like, oh, he made up an extra shot. So let's take a look at this. Let's see if we can see the hits in slow motion. Yeah, we can. So it's unfortunate. It's just the way it goes. And I've shot enough fixed time that I for some reason, I just forgot. I just forgot that it's Virginia count. So I got 2 more stages left. So this stage here, I changed my plan at the last minute. And what I should have done is that I should have stuck with the original plan. There's a target here, a target here, and a target here that I should be blending as I go over here. I choose not to. I choose to change my plan based on what I'm seeing other people do. Engage this, and then this target, run to the port, shoot that, come back outside and shoot this target, and then work my way in. So I hit the steel, and then there's one more piece of paper over here. By the time I get to the clamshell, I can only get 1 alpha, so I have to transition back to the low boy over here and then make up the shot on the top. You'll see what I'm talking about when we get to the head cam. Let's go ahead and slow it down. We'll do it half speed. It didn't. I shot it. What I should have done is I should have Let me pause this. I should have come outside more, then shot this target and worked around the clock counterclockwise, and then came to this after I engaged the activator for the clamshell, and then shot the clamshell. So I have it in me. You'll see what I'm talking about when we get to the head cam. So I have one more stage after this, and hold on, let me go over the results on this one. So this is boardwalk. I finish it in 12.22 seconds, 37th. And I have a 80.68 percentage with 15 alpha, 2 Charlie, 1 delta at a 6.7 hit factor. Definitely probably like 2 seconds too slow, maybe 1 second, definitely 1 second. So let's go ahead and watch this. And I'll walk you through what I just explained. Really happy with my steel game though. It's still carrying over to this week. So here we go. So I should have, let me pause it right here. So what I should have done is this target right here, I should have stepped out a little bit more and came in on that target and then worked around this way. But I ended up shooting this one, this one, this one, and then I swing back over to there, and I can tell that I'm gonna get a no-shoot mic, so I transition last minute. So let's go ahead and watch this. See, just a little bit too late on that. So the next stage. So this stage is my last stage of the day, and it's the most awesome scum in America. And I shoot this in 9.29 seconds. I have way too many Charlies. I have 7 alpha, 6 Charlie for a hit factor of 5.70, and I finished 29th at 74%. So the speed and execution was good, just the hits weren't so good. So let's go ahead and watch this. And there's not really much to comment on here, so I decide to shoot my way to the corner and then shoot my way back into the other corner. So the speed's there, the execution's there, just the hits aren't there. So there's not too much to comment on this one other than so that's it. I hope you enjoy this. It's about 39 minutes long. I'll do a little intro to this. It'll be on YouTube, but in the intro, in the story, I will post the link to YouTube. And give me some feedback. Let me know. I know a lot of people like the breakdowns. This is 10. Usually when I do just one stage, it's a lot more detailed. But we're already at 39 minutes, so I don't want to get too detailed. But this will give like newer shooters a good idea of positioning and stage planning and execution of stage plans. All right, I hope you guys have a great week, and thank you so much. I appreciate all the support and all the kind words as usual. Thank you so much.